Hey guys, today I wanted to go over the Sword and Shield era booster boxes. Once again, I made many videos about the Sword and Shield era booster boxes, but I keep having to make videos because some of these booster boxes keeps going up in price, and if you aren't looking at TCG Player, you might not realize that some of these booster boxes really are going up. So if you are looking to purchase some of these, I'd recommend purchasing them pretty soon because some of these is kind of crazy how much they've gone up in such a short amount of time. So I'm gonna go over all these booster boxes. Some of them I'm gonna go over pretty quickly because I mean it's pretty obvious in my opinion that they're really not the best pickup. So I'm gonna go over each set and go over the cards and tell you guys which ones I kind of recommend and which ones I kind of don't. And obviously it's all my opinion. So here we go with the first booster box, which is the Sword and Shield base set. So I made videos, about all these booster boxes before, and I never recommended the base set because base sets usually don't do that great. Now, obviously, it's at $268. And you can see here in the past year, it's just pretty much been declining. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before when I was talking about the Sword and Shield era booster boxes. I'm pretty sure I mentioned before that it was going up in price, but it was going to plateau, and it is plateaued and gone down. So when you see something like this, I mean, you could say it's a good pickup because now you can buy it at a low point, but this just shows that there's not that much demand for this. And considering this is a older box in the Sword and Shield era because it is the first set, it should be going up, but you can see it's just going down because it really isn't that much demand for it. And there's really nothing in the set that's really worth it. And for the price it's at 268, you can get way better booster boxes that have way better cards that are going to go up a lot more than this box. And you can see here, there's just really nothing about the set that people really are going to chase for other than just to maybe collect the booster box. It's just the Marnie full art, and that's basically it. So really wouldn't recommend this booster box. Next here, Rebel Clash. This is the one everyone talks about being, it shows that the worst set out there can still go up. It can, but at this price point, you can see in a year it's literally only gone up like $20. I don't think this is a good pickup. It's at 226. I would buy another booster box for that money. And yeah, I just don't think there's much. It's just the same thing with the base set. There isn't that much in here. I mean, if you look at here, there's just a couple full art trainers and that's it. So really recommend Rebel Clash, even though people like to point out, like, I hate when people I want to say hate because that's kind of a strong word, but I don't like when I see some people on YouTube try to pump up some of these bad sets and say that they're going to do super well and people are sleeping on them. I think I think this is just a perfect example of a bad set that people, I feel like, try to pump up or make it seem like you should be buying this because it shows like bad sets can do well. I don't recommend this box, but if you want to buy it, you can. But just based on this growth here, I mean, it's not going down, but at the same time, the growth is very slow. So wouldn't recommend this box. Next here, Darkness Ablaze, one of those boxes where I also didn't really recommend, but since it has a charge in it, who really knows? But you can see here, in the past few months, it actually has gone up like $20. But I think long term, this really isn't going to do that well because there's really only the Charizard and literally it's worth $24. So I see really no reason to get this box. And if you want a Charizard box, I'd honestly recommend like Brilliant Stars because there's the alternate art Charizard in there, not just some plain Charizard VMAX. So if you're looking for a Charizard box, I'd honestly recommend that. But for the price it's at right now, you can literally buy a Brilliant Stars booster box on the Pokemon Center for $144. So I don't recommend this booster box, but hey, it has a Charizard in the front. Could do well, but I just think there's not much to go after here. Next, Vivid Voltage. Another box where I feel like it can kind of go both ways. I don't think I'm going to buy any myself, but you can see in the past year it really hasn't done much at all. It's at 135. You go to the cards in here, there's just the Chonkachu and that's it, but this could be the chase card that really brings up the price. Still has some room to grow. Obviously it's only at 135 right now, but I personally really want to I'd buy some other booster boxes with this price point. Next here, Battle Style. So this is obviously the sleeper that a lot of people talk about, I feel like, and try to say that everyone's sleeping on the set. And it could be true, and especially at the price point it's at, it still may be a good buy. It's at like 110, but you can see here in the past year it hasn't grown at all. It's just been kind of steadily going down and just kind of just at a plateau. But if you look at the cards in here, there's a few nice cards. Now, I feel like there's not many people that are actually, fans of Urshifu. I feel like this is kind of like, I don't know, not a super popular Pokemon. But there is the Tyranitar. And there are obviously a little bit of other cards too, but I feel like just the Urshifus really aren't that popular in mine. I just feel like that it's just kind of like an obscure thing. It's not like one of those Pokemon that everyone likes. So, in my opinion, like, this might be an okay buy, but I still would, pick another box, but I don't think this is the worst one. I think after, all the sets before, I think this is probably the best one we've seen. But yeah, I personally don't think I'm going to buy any Battle Styles booster boxes. Next here we have Chilling Reign. So Chilling Reign is another one of those boxes where like it's a good set. And before, it was on the Pokemon Center, and I'm pretty sure I was telling you guys. I don't know if I made a video about this when it was actually available on the Pokemon Center, but I did, make a video telling you guys and showing you guys I did buy some Chilling Reign booster boxes because I bought a case, and it was just a good set. I got it for a pretty good deal, and you can see right now it's at 170. So you can see it's gone up, a good amount in the past year. So you can just see it's going up. And if you look at the past sales, you can see it actually can go for more than 170. Some people are paying like 195, 200, which is a lot. But yeah, this is one of those booster boxes that went up a lot recently. And right now, if you go and try to find one, you can't really get it for under like 170, 180. You'll be lucky, honestly, to get it for 170. They're around like 180, and cases are going for a lot. So even so, it's pretty expensive, and it just, risen just recently. I think it's still a good pickup in the long run because if you look at the cards in here, there's just a lot of good cards that are actually like valuable. There's like, I don't know how many cards are above like $10, but there's a ton in here. There's a lot of good cards in the set. So even at this price point, you might be kind of hesitant to buy it, but I think overall in the long run, this is a good box to have. So I think if you're looking for some boxes of Chilling Reign and you look at the price and you're kind of hesitant, you got to look at the long run because, I mean, it's just recently gone up and it's only like $30, $40 above MSRP. I think it has a lot more growth to do. So I wouldn't really look at the price right now. If you're looking to buy it, I'd buy it pretty soon because as you can see here, it pretty much is just going up. Next here, Evolving Skies. And, I'm pretty sure I made a video when this was around like 530, 540, somewhere around there. And you can see that the box just continues to go up. You can see in the month, it's gone up like $130, $140 in just a month. So you can see here, even at this price, obviously when it gets to this price level, it is a little bit harder to sell. But Evolving Skies is such a popular set where I feel like, it doesn't really matter. There's still going to be a lot of demand for it. But, I'll be honest with you guys, with a booster box being this expensive, I don't really want to buy it because just it's already pretty expensive. I'd rather buy a booster box that's cheaper and has, maybe it's at like 150 right now, and maybe, I don't know, in a year or so, it goes up to 300 or whatever. And I think it's just easier to sell it with a box that's cheaper, like $300 versus 600. But still, I think there's a lot of growth for this box. And if you look at the cards, I don't even really got to look at, got to show you guys. You guys know the set is amazing. So it still could be a buy for you if you have the money and, you're willing to pay this much. But I still don't think that, this box is done growing. I think there's a lot more room for it to grow. Next here, Fusion Strike. Now, I was super surprised when I looked and saw this box on TCG Player for this price because honestly, like I told you guys before, I feel like Chilling Reign out of all the underrated boxes, like I feel like there's Chilling Reign and Fusion Strike, right? And I feel like Chilling Reign was the one that was always talked about the most. But if you look at Fusion Strike, it's going for 190s, and this is not like a fake price or anything. I went on eBay too, and 190 is pretty much the market price. And you see here, people are even paying $200 or even higher than $200 for this booster box. And I was really surprised, like I said, because people always talk about Chilling Reign and stuff, but I feel like Fusion Strike was the sleeper. And I guess that's sort of true. Look at this growth in 1 month. Like, it's actually kind of crazy. So, yeah. But still, like I said, the same deal with, Evolving Skies, Chilling Reign. Even though they've gone up a lot recently, I still think there's a lot of growth for these boxes. And yeah, just they're good sets. So if you're looking to pick these up, I don't think you should hesitate. If you have the money and you're looking to buy some, I don't think you should wait any longer because you can just see here it's really going up pretty quickly. Next here, Brilliant Stars. So this is actually the booster box in the set. I was actually thinking about purchasing because I don't have any of these in my, inventory or whatever. So I was actually going to buy some of these from the Pokemon Center because I'm pretty sure that's like the cheapest you can get them is at the Pokemon Center right now. So I was actually looking for some of these booster boxes. And I'm probably going to buy some pretty soon. And you can see here with the growth, it's been kind of stagnant, but I feel like this is one of the boxes right now that really isn't growing that much, but I feel like in the near future, it's going to do well. Because you can see here, obviously it has the Charizard, it has the Arceus, but it also has a trainer gallery. And I think the sets that have trainer galleries really have like a plus because there's just more hits you can get, not just in the regular like rare slot, you can get them in the reverse slot, which I think is a big plus. And the Brilliant Stars has a lot of good cards, has a lot of the evolution cards, so I think this is just another one of those good sets, and I'm definitely going to pick up some of these booster boxes like I said, and I'll definitely let you guys know when to pick them up and how many I buy. But yeah, another good set. Next is Astro Radiance. So Astro Radiance is kind of, in my opinion, like, I don't know, I feel like it's not that popular. I feel like people don't really talk about Astro Radiance, but I don't think it's still a bad set, but I just feel like people don't talk about it much. And you can see here, it's still gone up in value over the past year. But if you look at the cards, in the main set, there's, you know, the Machamp, there's the Palkia Dialga, and then you go to the trainer gallery here. You can see there's the Starmie, and that's pretty much the most popular one. There's the Garchomp, but yeah, this is not a bad set, but I feel like at this price point, I'd rather go for a set like Brilliant Stars, but that's just my opinion. But I don't think this is a bad set, but I would still buy a different set, just in my opinion. Next is Lost Origin. So Lost Origin, in my opinion, is a really good set. Honestly, when Lost Origin and Silver Tempest both got reprinted, I bought Lost Origin first because I feel like this set is just, I feel like in my opinion, it's just better than Silver Tempest because of just the cards inside, especially the Giratina is the main reason. You can see here it's at 158. So obviously you can see here this is when it got reprinted and went down, and it's going up. So I think at its price point at 160, this is still a great pickup. If you look at the cards inside of it, there's the Giratina that's going for $270, and there's also the Aerodactyl that's also a good chase card, which is going for around 90. And this one also has a trainer gallery. See here, it has the Pikachu, it has two Pikachus, or actually three, but it has two alternate art looking Pikachus, and there's just some good cards also in the trainer gallery. So I feel like this is just another good set, and I think at its price point, it's still a pretty good pickup. I don't think this is super expensive, so would recommend picking this box up. Lastly, here we have Silver Tempest. So Silver Tempest is still a good set. Like I told you guys before, I bought Lost Origin booster boxes first, but I still have Silver Tempest booster box cases. I have the same amount of Silver Tempest booster boxes as, you know, Lost Origin, but I just bought Lost Origin first because I just felt like that was a better buy at the time, because you can see here the growth, and you could have bought these around at the same price. Silver Tempest was a little bit cheaper, but I just felt like Lost Origin was the better set. But Silver Tempest still is a great set, don't get me wrong. So you can see here, this is when the reprint happened, and this is, you know, the growth, you know, after I guess the supply dried up. It's at 136. I feel like this is still a pretty good price point, and definitely a buy. You can see here it has Lugia, and after that, there really isn't that many expensive cards, but there's still some nice cards in the main set. But there's also, obviously, the trainer gallery here that has, you know, I'm pretty sure this is the one with the Rayquaza. Yep, it has the Rayquaza VMAX, and this is obviously, like, basically a chase card in here. But yeah, just pretty much all the sets I would say that have like trainer galleries are all pretty good. So pretty much all these like sets are all pretty good, but Astro Radiance out of, you know, all the ones, I feel like is just my least favorite. So that's my opinion on these sets. So I don't know if I'm probably gonna take a break from making videos about Sword and Shield era because you guys might be tired about it, but I just had to make another video about this because some of the booster boxes like Fusion Strike have really gone up in Evolving Skies just really quickly. So I wanted to show you guys these prices again, just to let you guys know if you are looking to buy any of these Sword and Shield booster boxes, I would do so pretty soon, because some of these that are in demand like Fusion Strike and Chilling Reign, I feel like these are really going to go up pretty soon, and they're obviously have gone up, but I just feel like they're really going to keep going up. So, you know, if you're planning on buying them, I would buy soon. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.